Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Sunday, March 5th. So today we have the moon still in Leo energy. We are going to get the bulk of the day in this moon in Leo energy before we shift into Virgo energy that of course is setting us up for the full moon that we will be having on March 7th. So, of course, the moon in Leo, we are very, very heart-centered. We are trying to let our heart lead and identify who and what makes us happy, what it is we have to get off that heart space. And the Leo energy tries to keep us upbeat, positive, cheerful, playful, in order for us to truly express ourselves. And again, eliminate some of that weight that we've been carrying on that heart space. So we will see the moon go void, of course, at 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will lock into the Virgo energy at 10:40 p.m. So we're only dealing with about 20 minutes, which is a very short amount of time, to be honest with you, with the moon being void, of course. That's a great thing because when the moon is void, of course, things get shaky, things get unstable, things get uncertain, our mental plane gets confused, our heart space gets cluster-effed, and we're really unsure about some of the things that we had just gained clarity on. So it's a good thing that we are minimizing that amount of time to gain that kind of confusion and instability, seeing as we're already in Pisces season and the confusion, the instability is already pretty intense. When the moon shifts out of Leo and into Virgo energy, there is a little bit of a thump, if you will. And that is just because we're really riding high. The vibration and the frequencies have been on the higher side with the moon in Leo. And of course, we're diving out of a fire energy into an earth energy. So that thud, that thump, that splat is because we have to slow things up a smash and actually deal with the present moment. And that earth energy of Virgo is a double whammy because it's ruled over by Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, ruler of information and communication, which means that we're definitely going to be stuck in our mind space. We have to be very careful with that mind space because Virgo energy, it's mind over matter. Whatever it is that we're focused on becomes a part of our material realm. It is a highly, highly potent manifesting energy. And because we're moving into the full moon window, it is likely that we're going to see some circumstances, situations, emotions, thoughts come to the surface that we are absolutely done with in order for us to realize what we need to unpack, what we need to leave behind, what we need to reorganize, restructure in our lives, especially where our thoughts and our emotions are concerned. As we go through this purification stage, we're in Pisces energy. We're here to lighten the load and really kind of whittle the not so nice things out in order for us to be light and fluffy entering into the brand new astrological calendar. So we're definitely going to be feeling that shift. There are 9 different aspects here today, and 7 of them involve the moon. So the moon, well, still very much in Leo energy, is going to make a very positive interaction with Neptune, who is in its place of power in Pisces energy. This is really putting us in a beautiful position to really have some new ideas, especially where creativity is concerned. That moon in Leo, very creative, very expressive, very playful in the way that we go about kind of communicating our inner realm to the outer realm. The Neptune and Pisces energy in the highest form of our imagination, where creativity just seems to pour in, where we get new inspirations, new visions, new dreams, and we're actually able to articulate them in order to actually bring them to life. The moon sextiles Mars. Mars, of course, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desires in this Gemini energy that we will be closing out by the end of March. This is a sextile, which is a beautiful energy for us to really get motivated, logically, practically planning, strategizing how it is that we're going to bring some of these ideas to life. And again, that creative energy coming from our heart space, coming from that alignment of that playful, cheerful, childlike curiosity that the moon in Leo brings us with Mars, who is just passionate about aligning with a particular choice point, a direction, a path in this Gemini energy. We're really starting to see where it is that we are being inspired and motivated, determined, if you will, to pick a direction, pick a path, pick a choice, pick a decision, and really run with it. So the sun in Pisces energy is going to semi-square, which is a little bit of a tension and a conflict, with Pluto, the great transformer himself, at that 29th last critical degree of Capricorn energy. We are wrapping things up from 2008, and that's why there can be some flashbacks to that particular time frame, why it is that we are kind of feeling the intensity, if you will. But here's what we're going to get from these two interacting. We are going to be highly focused on control or lack of control. Now, we want control over our circumstances, over our relationships, over our money matters. We want control over our reality. Now, we will definitely see where it is that we are in a power struggle in order to find where it is that we are in control or not in control of these particular topics and themes. And anytime that we are illuminated to where it is that we aren't in control, where it is that we do not have control, we are likely going to be agitated and frustrated. And that's going to send us on a little trip down the darker memory lane in order for us to see how it is that the seed, the primary root cause of us not feeling in control, where that was actually planted. Keep in mind, Pluto energy does a deep dive in the psyche. And we have to switch things up, see things differently in order for there to be a emotional response that gets changed due to the alteration, the perception, the understanding of what's going on in the deepest levels of our psyche. This is about us really being pushed into new levels of karma, new levels of roles and responsibilities, where it is that we gave our power away in the past, where it is we didn't have control over the narrative of our lives. And realistically speaking, where it is that we're being pressurized right now, even if it is in a kind of bully, tough love kind of way, in order for us to boss up and take that power back, we need to start checking off all the areas of our lives that we are in control. And that way, if you're unhappy with your circumstances and you actually have control over that area of your life, then why did you create a reality in which you're not happy with? This is a testament for our empowerment, for our authority, for our ability to boss up and actually create lives that are in alignment with our mission, with our heart space, with our purpose, and stop sitting back and just letting other people have the starring role in our lives. So this is going to be an aha moment. We need this aha moment to really trigger and activate us, because it is going to unleash and unearth some topics, some themes, some memories that aren't going to feel so good. They need to come to the surface. We're entering into the full moon realm, the full moon window, where we have a lot on our head space, in our heart space, in our energetic field that we got to release and get rid of. Any weight, any pain, any trauma needs to be let go of. But we have to go through the internal process, if you will, of recognizing where these seeds were planted in order for us to really get down to the nitty-gritty on what needs to change and where it is that we absolutely have to make more effort of exerting our own power and force. The moon is going to interact with Neptune again, this time in not the nicest way. This is going to put us at a disconnect with being able to really align with our higher selves and our intuition. We're a little bit ego-based right now, because that's what that, Leo energy is from the moon. We're very present in our bodies. We don't want to fit in. We want to stand out. We're really recognizing where our individuality has created a beautiful platform for us to do something different, to do something special, and bring a very unique experience to our individual realms. But we're kind of stuck in the heart space. We're not able to align with our intuition. We don't really feel the connection with our higher selves. We're not really able to see the greater, grander picture, the dream, the vision. We are very much in the present moment, sitting with whatever it is that's coming up for us in our heart space. Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, ruler of information and communication, is in this Pisces energy as of late. We're definitely adjusting to this particular energy. You can go ahead, listen to the astro forecast that I put out for Mercury being in Pisces if you need a little bit of a refresher on what this particular energy provides us with. Mercury is going to sextile, which is a beautiful energy, with the true node our soul path, our destiny point. Now, this sextile suggests that we are listening to our heart space. We are allowing ourselves to be heart led. We are really fine tuning where it is that we need to be real and raw and vulnerable with ourselves first and foremost, in order for us to actually identify who and what makes us happy, what it is that we need to be doing in our lives to create more of a sense of joy, of pleasure, of laughter, of play, of fun. And because this is with the true node, it is suggesting that we are creating within us plans and strategy in order to create something new moving forward. And a lot of this is definitely a change of heart from our old circumstances and our old, I'm going to say, situationships. Now, Mercury, ruling over the mental plane, has us kind of piecing together the steps needed that our heart is leading us to pursue. So Mercury, with this true node aspect, is really opening up our minds, if you will, on what it is that we need to create that's going to make our heart and our head space in alignment and agreement with one another. The moon is going to make an awkward interaction with both Jupiter and then shortly after with Chiron, because of course both Jupiter and Chiron are very close together in Aries energy. So this is some fire on fire action, but it's not the best aspect. So we're not tapping into the potential of these energies. We're actually kind of on the line, borderline, if you will, if not all the way into the negative qualities, characteristics of these particular aspects. So the moon interacting with Jupiter, who is about growth and expansion, beliefs, abundance, and blessings. It's also our spiritual wisdom. We're really hesitant right now to see the path forward, not because we don't want to see it, just because there's too many variables right now. We're not feeling so certain. We're not feeling so bold and brave and courageous like we normally would with the moon in Leo right now, because the amount of growth, the amount of change, the amount of transformation that we are about to walk into with this new astrological calendar can be a little bit daunting, can be a little bit scary. And even though we might want it and crave it and know that it's the right thing to do, we aren't operating on all cylinders right now. We're still kind of working on getting our mind, body, and soul in alignment with a new mission, with a new purpose, with a new quest. And it's just magnifying for us where it is that, we are orienting with our heart space, but where it is that we're still lacking some pivotal pieces emotionally in order for us to feel bossed up and ready to take this on. That Chiron energy is going to illuminate for us where it is that we are preventing ourselves from feeling the boldness, the bravery, the courage that we need to feel as we enter into this new chapter, because we're illuminated to the wounds, to the weight on our heart space. And again, we're moving into the full moon window where we do need to feel uncomfortable with the thoughts and the feelings coming in with the weight, the heaviness on our heart space, in order for us to reorganize and restructure in our inner realm what needs to stay and what needs to go. We are going to have a profound aha moment sitting in this funk. We know this because the moon is going to make a very awkward interaction with Pluto. This is a crossroads point. This is a choice point. This is a decision and a split point. Pluto, of course, is indicating that we're having a very deep and profound emotional transformation within us. And sometimes we have to sit in the darkness in order to see the light. And because we're moving into the full moon, we are being illuminated to details, to perspectives, to understandings that we have been unable to see up until this particular lunar illumination. And in Virgo energy, we are focused on the smaller details. We're focused on the daily habits. We're focused on our internal narrative. And this is likely where it is that we're going to identify a blockage, a challenge, an obstacle, and where it is that we can overwrite that particular program to be a little bit more energetically supportive of the changes and transformations that we are planning on making. The last aspect that we have here today is the moon in Leo, 1 minute before the moon goes void. And the moon is sitting across from, directly opposing Saturn, the Lord of Karma, who is at the 29th critical degree of Aquarius energy. So we have the moon at a 29th degree in Leo, the heart and soul of the zodiac. We have Saturn, the Lord of Karma, at a 29 degree in Aquarius. And we have Pluto, the great transformer, at a 29 degree in Capricorn energy. So the Leo energy is the heart and soul of the zodiac, our emotional realm. The Aquarian energy is showing us where new foundation systems, structures need to be implemented in order for us to honor ourselves and not put our own wants, needs, and desires on the back burner to do what it is that we think other people want us to do or what it is that other people expect us to do. And the Capricorn energy that Pluto is in is the foundation, the structures of our lives that are essentially being deconstructed, destroyed, in order for us to build something new. So this opposition is going to put a heavy weight on our heart space, really show us where the roles and responsibilities of our lives are changing, where it is that we have to boss up to new tasks and chores and new positions in life as we enter into a brand new karmic chapter. After the full moon, Saturn goes ahead and moves into Pisces, wrapping up a 30-year cycle. So we are definitely feeling the weight of the world on our heart space, Moon in Leo, where we have an obligation and a responsibility to rearrange the boundaries in our lives, especially with other people, and where it is that we can build a better, more solid, safe, strong foundation in our lives in order to support us, our dreams, our happiness, our wants, needs, and desires.